Okay. So here you can see that yesterday I think we have done the first case, drawing the path of an object as seen from ground frame and from balloon frame or helicopter frame. Okay. Now throwing a coin, I think this one also we have finished, from lift inside and outside, comparing the times taken for the three cases: lift at rest, lift going upwards, lift going downwards. Next one, time taken by the coin to hit the ground which is thrown from a rising balloon, and then lift problems. These two I told you to watch. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, then we'll go to the next one, that is called as constant velocity.
Constant velocity. Sir, we'll go forward with these ones because I don't think we have doubts.
Okay, okay. So then constant velocity I'll go. Okay. So this is from lecture 11 to 14. Okay. So let me take this one, lecture number 11. Okay. Constant velocity. So until now we finished the constant acceleration. Okay. So now we are moving to constant velocity, where here in these problems they'll give us only velocity values. They won't mention about acceleration. Okay. So it automatically implies that velocity is constant and acceleration is zero. Okay. So only one equation we have in all these problems in this model, in this entire topic, that is constant velocity. We have only one formula, s equal to ut. That's all. Of course, relative values. Okay. So first let us see, in this constant velocity we have basically, just 1 minute after this. Okay. So I think first I'll show the models, then I'll. Okay. So now, so here these are the different models of problems in constant velocity. Okay. First one is trains crossing each other. Second one is riverman problems. Third one is aeroplane wind problems, and fourth one is rain umbrella problems. Okay. So first we are going to see trains crossing each other. Okay. Okay. Now let us see. So first problem, find the time taken by train to cross the bridge of 1 kilometer long. Given velocity of train is 72 kilometers per hour, length of the train is 200 meters. Okay. And the length of the bridge is 1 kilometer. Okay. So now this is a simple problem. Okay. Where you are asked to find out what is the time taken. Okay. So now this is a constant velocity. So basically we have equation. What is the equation? Of course, first we have to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second. And this is the conversion. 1 kilometer per hour is equal to 5 by 18 meter per second. Please always remember this one. This is very, very important. Okay. How we got this? 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. 1 hour equal to 60 seconds. So if you divide, you will get 5 by 18. So if you convert 72 kilometers per hour into meters per second, you will get as 72 into 5 by 18, 20 meters per second. Okay. And length of the train is 200 meters. Length of the bridge is 1000 meters or 1 kilometer. Now, how much time does the train take to cross the bridge? Okay. So this is a simple problem. Okay. Only thing is you should know what is the final position. Final position means when the entire train crosses the bridge, then the train is said to be crossed. Okay. So we have to remember that how much the length it has traveled. Okay. So it has to travel the 1000 meters length of the bridge plus 200 meters its own length. So total distance traveled is equal to 1200. Okay. So 1200. So that is equal to, I think you'll get the S equal to UT. So So the time taken to travel to cross this bridge is 60 seconds. Okay. So here generally the students make a mistake that distance they'll take as 1000 meters. No, means the distance they'll take as the length of the bridge. No, you have to include the length of the train also. Okay, that is an important point. Okay. So now next one is find the time taken by the two trains to completely cross each other. Okay. So remember students, they won't give the diagram. Okay, they will not give us the diagram. They just give the question like this only. And from this question, we just have to understand that since they're in opposite direction. Okay, of course in the question they'll tell whether they're in the same direction or opposite direction. So it is in the opposite direction. So we should always draw in this manner. That is, their engines are are in contact with each other like this. Okay. So now length of the first train is 110 meters. Length of the second train is 90 meters. And A train is moving with 36 kilometers per hour. B train is moving with 54 kilometers per hour. Okay. So now, as I told you, whenever two bodies are simultaneously moving, which concept we should apply? Relative motion. Okay. So here, let us see how to solve KSSV.
Yes, sir.
How to solve?
So by as usual method, first we'll write down the values and then by standing on one train.
Correct. Here, what are the values? 36 kilometers per hour means how much meters per second?
So 36 into 5 by 18, which is
10 meter per
second, sir.
54 kilometers per hour. Into 5 by 18. 18 3
yes, sir.
3 5 15 meter per second.
15 meter per second, sir.
Okay. So now, so you wrote those values. Okay. Now, what is the second step?
So then we will even the distance is also given. So S equals also we'll write of A and B.
Okay.
And then standing on the one of the frame.
So which frame? Any frame, doesn't matter.
So B frame.
Okay.
Or A frame.
Okay. Whichever one. Okay. Let us
A
solve.
frame, sir.
A-frame.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A frame.
A frame means what does it mean?
So which means we are standing on the blue train. So it is at rest.
Correct. Now, which train has to move?
B train has to move.
So now, how much distance B has to move, such so that we can say that the B train has crossed the A train?
So the length of the A train.
It just have to cover only length of the A train, huh?
It's the length of the A train plus length of the B train.
Correct. That means it has to see. Final position is initial position is this one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Are you able to see the on the screen? No? Okay.
Yes,
now,
sir.
Initially engine is at here. Okay, where I am pointing out. Okay. Initially. Okay. Finally, where is this engine? That is here. Okay. So from engine
Yes,
to engine, how much it has covered?
So the length of the blue train plus the length of this red train.
Correct.
A
that
and
is
B.
110 plus. I think 110 plus this is 90, na? Length of this.
Yes, sir. 90.
90.
So it will be
200 meters.
200 meters.
Correct. Now, is this plus 200 or minus 200?
Plus 200, sir.
Depends on sign convention. We took sign convention right side as what?
Positive.
So it is moving which side? Red train
Left
is
side.
Left side means how much?
Minus 200.
So minus 200 is equal to what is the velocity of B now with respect to A?
Velocity of B with respect to A. Minus 54 minus 36, which is
Correct.
minus 90.
Correct. So therefore, when you substitute in this equation, only one equation S equal to UT. Okay. So, but we have tried with respect to A, S of B with respect
Yes,
to A,
sir.
U of B with respect, that is
With
equal
respect to
to
A.
that is equal to minus 200 is equal to minus 9,
24.
minus 25 in terms of meters per second, correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So T is equal to 200 by 25, 8 seconds. Okay. Now, I want all of you to do it from B frame. Okay, afterwards, not now. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Afterwards, you can try it from B frame. Okay. Okay. Next one. Two trains A and B are approaching each other. If they take 15 seconds to cross each other, and if velocity of A is 3 times the velocity of B, then find their velocities. Okay. The velocities are not given here. Rather, the time is given. Okay. And the length of the trains are given 100 meters and 200 meters. Okay. Anushka.
Yes, sir.
How to do?
So first we'll write down all the values.
Here values are not given. Velocities.
So whatever is given in question, we'll write it down.
Then after that,
Sir, use the formula V is equal to U plus AT.
V equal to U plus AT. What is A?
0.
0. Okay. Then V equal to U only you will get. No?
Yes, sir.
Understood? So if that equation doesn't work, what is the next equation?
V square minus U square is equal to 2AS.
There also what is A?
0.
Then again you will get V equal to U only. Then what else? If that equation doesn't work, another equation. What is that?
S is equal to T
Correct.
plus half square.
So in that, what is A? 0.
0, but you will get S is equal to UT.
Correct. So time you can substitute as 15 seconds because they gave. Okay. Now you just have to find out the displacement and the velocity. Okay. So now here they told that they are approaching each other, but they didn't mention what are their velocities. Okay. But they gave the relation between velocities. What is that relation? If velocity of A is 3 times the velocity of B. Suppose if you take velocity of B as x, then velocity of A will be
3 times the velocity of
that means 3x. Like that. So first we should take some value. Okay. Suppose I took velocity of B as x, then velocity of A will be 3x.
3x.
Now these are values with respect to ground. Okay. So anyway, first step is over. What is the second step?
Standing on either of the frames.
Correct. So on which frame should we stand?
A frame.
A frame or B frame?
B frame.
B frame. Okay. So B frame,
Yes.
when you stand on B frame, B is at what?
Rest.
Yes. Now A has to move. Now A, how much distance should A move so that we can say A has crossed B?
Sir, 100. Sir, can you show what was the value of B as well?
110, sorry.
100 and
100,
200.
100,
Sir,
200.
300 meters.
Correct. So it has to travel 300 plus or minus?
Sir, plus.
Why? Because it is towards.
It is towards the right side.
Right side. Generally, we take right side as positive. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
now, so the only equation which we can apply here is what? S equal to UT. Always remember, in this entire model, we have only one equation, S equal to UT. Whether it
Yes,
is
sir.
trains crossing each other, or riverman problems, or rain umbrella problems, or aeroplane wind problems, only one equation, S equal to UT. Because A is 0, na? And remaining equations are not valid. Just now you proved, correct or not? V equal
Yes, sir.
to V square equal to U square only you will get. Okay. So only one equation is valid. So now in this equation, what is S? We got 300. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And what about U? You are standing on which frame? B. And
B
observing?
free.
Observing which train?
A train, sir.
So what is the velocity of A with respect to B?
Hello.
Velocity of A with respect to B is what?
Velocity of A
A
with respect
minus
to B is 3.
velocity
A
of A
minus B.
minus velocity of B. What is the velocity of A?
Velocity of
We wrote here. What is the velocity of A? Here on the screen you can see
3 times
3x.
times that of B.
3x. So velocity of A is
3.
3x. Okay. Then what about the velocity of B?
X.
Minus x. Minus.
Yes.
Here.
Yes, sir.
Velocity of B is minus x. So when you substitute here,
Yes.
tell me in the
Yes.
screen you can see 3x minus of
Minus X will
that
become
comes
plus X.
4x.
4X.
So 300 is equal to how much you'll have? 300 is equal to 4x into what time they already gave. What is the time?
15 seconds.
15 seconds. Correct.
Seconds.
15 seconds. So 300 equal to 4x into 15. So if you calculate for x, x is equal to 5 meters per second. Okay. What is x?
Sir,
What is x?
X is the velocity.
Velocity of train B.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we got velocity of train B as 5 towards left side. Velocity of A as 3 times of this one. That means 15 meters per second. Okay. You understood?
Yes, sir.
So always remember, once again I am telling before going to the next one. Okay. So in this trains crossing each other in this model where whenever they give this model, trains crossing each other, always make sure that the two trains, okay, trains crossing each other, okay, make sure that you should always draw the diagram as like this only. Okay, suppose one train you should draw like this. Okay, another train should be drawn like this. Okay, so this is the starting point. This is the starting point. Okay, always remember. Okay, so now that means initially this is the position. Always remember. Okay, this is the initial position. Okay, this is the initial position. This is A, and let's say this is B. Okay, now final position will be, because we'll stand on one of the frame. No? Okay, suppose let us say if you stand on frame A, then frame A will be at rest. Okay, that means suppose let us say okay, now this here, now we are standing on this one frame A. Okay, now this is at rest, this is A, now this is at rest. Okay, so when this is at rest, the train B is said to be crossing this one only when under which condition is please see here. Okay, under the condition that when this train B comes like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, when it comes here, can we say that it has crossed here? When we say like this, it has come here, can we say now B has crossed?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No, it has to come
It has to cross fully.
fully. Okay. So when you draw this line, then you can say clearly that. Okay. Understood? Okay. Now train B has crossed. Okay. Train B has crossed A. So now originally where is the train? Originally the train was here, correct or not? Correct? Originally
Yes,
the
sir.
B train was
Yes,
here.
sir.
Originally the B train was here. So this is the engine of B train. Please remember, this is the engine of B train. And now in the final position, engine of B is here. Okay. So this distance covered will be called as
closest distance.
This distance covered from engine to engine is called as displacement of B with respect to A. Is it clear? Okay. So that means basically this length of the train plus this length of the train. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So always this diagram will not be given. That's why I'm drawing this again and then I'm explaining. Okay. Diagram will not be given. Initial condition should be taken as like this only. Okay. How? Like this. And this is the final condition. Okay. I hope you understood. Okay. This is the initial. This is the final. In fact, please write like this in your formula sheet. Okay. This is the initial stage. This is the final stage. Okay. Please make it as a point in your formula notes. Okay. Okay. Anyway, so let's move to the next one. Okay. So in this we got velocity of B as 5, velocity of A as 15 meters per second. Okay. Now continuation of this question in the previous problem, same just now we have solved. In how much time will the trains pass each other if they are moving in the same direction? Okay. Now can you solve? Now first of all, how to draw the diagram I'll explain, then after that you can solve. So same direction now. Okay, same direction means like this we have to take. Is it clearer? Okay, same direction means like this. Okay, opposite direction means just now I explained. Na? I understood how to. Opposite direction means like this diagram you should take. Otherwise I'll show it here. Like this diagram. Opposite direction means this one. Okay, the engine of A will be here. Initially the engine of B will be here. And in the final position, engine of A will be here, engine of B will be here. Okay. So now here they told that in the previous problem, that means now the values of the velocities of A and B are known. Velocity of A is 15 meters per second, velocity of B is 5 meters per second. Okay. So now in this condition, shall we take like this? Shall we take like this? I'm asking. Are you listening?
Sir, not that way. Like the full train should cross the A train.
That's what I'm telling. Means I'm looking for your answer. I'm just telling the wrong thing. Okay, please, what you call, understand carefully. You should not take like this. See here, I have drawn on the screen. Are you able to see now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
When the trains are in the same direction means you should not take like this. The first case, the first diagram I have drawn, na, you should not take like this. Okay. Even when they are moving in the same direction, we should take as like this. Okay. See here, what they're asking. Read the question, K.H.S.V.
Sir, in how much time will the trains pass each other if they are moving in the same direction?
Correct. So now here we have to be you have to use little common sense. Okay. Now I will draw. Now here, what is the velocity of A?
15 meter per second, sir.
What is the velocity of B?
5 meter per second.
Okay. Now just tell me. Okay. Now suppose let us say. Now suppose let us say I have taken this as A. Okay. And let us say this as B. Okay. This is A, this is B. Okay. Next, similarly, suppose if I take this as B, and now there are two choices, na? It's not that I have to take like that only, na? Okay. This is one situation. This is one thing, and that is another thing. Okay. Is it clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, just tell me. Now this is the initial condition. Like this we can draw always. Okay. Okay. Now see here. Okay. Now first of all, this this one is anyway wrong. Which one? The diagram which we have drawn initially, that is suppose let us say this is A and this is B. Can we draw like this?
No, sir.
No, that's completely wrong. Okay, please understand properly. Okay, this is completely wrong. You should never draw like this. Okay, whenever this crossing of each other topic comes, we should never draw like this. Please make sure. Okay, either you can draw like this first one or second one. Now within first and second, which one is correct? Tell me. They did not say that A train is behind or B train is behind. No? They just told that both trains are in the same direction. Now they're asking how much time it takes to cross. So both are these both options possible, first of all, to begin with? Anybody?
Sir, maybe not.
Maybe.
Not possible.
Which option? First one or second one?
Sir, neither of them are equal. Like both, it should be either engine or back, na, to start from.
To start means like this. You're telling, na? Now here they see here in the question they told that if they are moving in the same direction, when they are moving in the same direction, we should take as like this. The engine of A is here. This is the engine of A. This is the engine of B.
Sir, then like that both are correct because it's just different frames then.
These both are correct. No, tell.
Maybe.
No, you can just tell whether it is
Sir,
wrong or
both
right.
are correct is what I feel.
Okay, both are correct. KSSV?
Sir, actually, the question is how much time it will take to cross each other.
Correct.
So I feel, sir, actually both of them are wrong according to me, sir. But like the both trains should cross each other. So
Correct.
the A should cross B and even B should cross A.
Correct. No, that is what meant by. But when you go to relative motion, that is from ground. When you see from ground, both will be what you call moving. But when you use the concept of relative motion, we stand on one of the frame. Na? Then
Yes,
that
sir.
is
So obviously one will be at rest and only one should move.
correct.
So in that way, then both of them are correct.
Both of them are correct. Okay, very good. Next, Bhavya Yashasvi.
Sir, I'm thinking both of them are wrong, sir.
Both of them are wrong. Then what is the correct one?
Sir, means they need to be in a parallel way, sir.
Parallel way
Because
means?
the question they said as a same direction.
Here they are in the same direction. Na? See, the engine of A is toward this side direction and the engine of B is toward this side. Suppose let's say you're going from Visakhapatnam to what you call Vijayawada. Okay, Vijayawada you are going. You are on one track. B is Bhavya Shastri, let us say. A is Anushka, let us say. Okay, so she is in this train and you are in this train. Both are in the same direction only, na?
Sir, the velocity are different, sir.
Velocities are different.
Yes, sir.
So
I think both are wrong. I am thinking in that way.
Since velocities are different, both are wrong. Okay, now what you tell me, what is the correct way to draw the diagram? Should I draw this engine of B like here, like this?
No, sir. I think A need to go front.
That means second case, no?
So B is at back.
Huh?
B train is at back, right? So again.
So according to you, second option is correct, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. No, just express it. Maybe your what you call opinion may be right or wrong. Just you have to tell. Okay, thank you. So now I'll tell. See here. Here they didn't mention that in the question whether in the just they told that in the previous problem is because we found out the values, that is velocity of A is 15 meters per second, velocity of B is 5 meters per second. Now in how much time will the trains pass each other if they are moving in the same direction? Okay, so what does the mean is, first of all, direction is same is like this. Okay, as I showed you, both are moving from Visakhapatnam to Vijayawada only. Okay, in the same direction. Okay, but they didn't mention whether A is behind or B is behind. Okay, that is left to our common sense. We have to understand by using common sense, in the sense that now
Sir,
if you see, okay, tell me.
Sorry, sir, for interrupting.
Please tell me.
Sir,
No
this is Kali Yashasvi, not Bhavya.
Sorry, KS, tell me.
Sir, because velocity of A is moving with more speed, 15 meter per second, it will, the second one is right one. The B will be behind and A will be in the front.
A will be, that is second option you are telling her on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Sir, but it isn't told that like, well, initial velocity is not told, so how can you tell whether this will be back or this will be front?
That is what I am telling here. First of all, initial velocity, final velocity is not there. They are moving with constant velocity. Wherever they are there, first point is that they are moving with constant velocity. Second point is that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So second, according to KSSV, second one is correct, no?
Sir, I feel that, sir, because it is moving with much speeder.
Okay. Now let me explain. Okay, now if you say according, so now let us go according to KSSV and Bhavya Yashasvi's opinion. Okay, now they are telling that A should be front and B should be behind. Okay, now what is the velocity of A? Tell me, Bhavya Yashasvi.
15 meters per second.
So 15 meters per second, sir.
Correct. So that means now this A is going with 15 meters per second, and what is the velocity of B? KSSV.
Sir, 5 meters per second.
Now tell me, first of all, A is going fast or B is going fast?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
now,
sir.
So it will never cross. It will never cross.
So it will never cross, no? Because A is going front, B cannot come at all, no? I understood. There is no point of crossing. See, when the A is going fast and you draw A front and B is behind, can ever B cross A? Did you understand?
No, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you understand? Okay. So that means there is no meaning when you draw like this. If you draw like this. Why?
Because it cannot happen. The B train will never pass A train.
Correct. Overtaking will
Sir,
never.
then the first case will happen, sir, because it is going with 5 meters per second and it will increase its speed so it can overtake.
Correct. This is going with 5 meters per second and this is 15 meters per second. So that means after some point of time, there is definitely the A will overtake.
Cross.
Okay. So that means second option is understood now. Okay. So here you have to use what you call little.
Sir, but that is for this case.
Which
this
case?
This question.
This question only. I'm telling you. This question only, because here velocity of A is more than velocity of B. That's why.
Yes, sir.
This case only I'm telling. Okay.
Yes,
but,
sir.
But whichever case, always remember that whenever they give that there are two trains in the same direction and they are crossing each other, they told they should cross each other. Okay. Whenever they say that the two trains must cross each other in the same direction means you should never draw like this. That one, in any case, you should not draw like this. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Under any case, you should not draw like this. Is it clear? This is
yes, sir.
This mistake you should not do. Okay, this is not at all correct. Are you understanding? This is not at all correct under any case. Okay, so now if they're traveling in the same direction, then how should we draw? You should draw in this manner.
Depending on the speed, which one is speeder will be behind.
Correct. Depending on that, but definitely you should
Sir,
draw.
So if speed is not mentioned?
If speed is not mentioned, we cannot do. They'll use some relation between speeds.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Understanding? Okay.
Yes, sir.
If they're traveling in the same direction like this, suppose if they're traveling in opposite direction, then how should here let me say this is the engine of train A, and this is the engine of what? Train B. Understood? Okay. Suppose if they're telling that the two trains are in opposite directions and then they have to cross. Here also for crossing, but in same direction. Here also opposite direction crossing. Okay. In this case, how should we draw? Should we draw like this? Should we draw like this, where engine of A is here and engine of B is here? Should we draw like this?
No, sir.
No. Okay. We should draw
Sir,
as
engine should be face to face.
correct. So suppose if you draw this as the one train, this as the another train, this is A, this is what? B, and this is the engine of what? A, this is the engine of
B.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Same direction means like this. Opposite direction means like this. These are wrong. Okay. Please remember this one. It's very, very important. This we should not draw. Suppose let's say here engine, same direction. Opposite means like this. This you should not draw. These are the correct diagrams. Okay. And within this also same direction you have to be careful. As I told you just now, behind one should be having more what?
Velocity.
Speed, sir.
Velocity.
Velocity. Yes, sir.
You should not draw behind one with less speed. Understood? Then what will happen?
Yes, sir.
It won't.
It will never cross.
It will never.
Will never cross.
Okay. You can keep on solving. You'll never what you call it, get the answer. Okay. If you want, you try. You'll not get. You'll. Suppose let's say I am solving here. I have drawn like this. Na? You draw the opposite way afterwards and try to solve. You'll never get. Okay. So anyway, I think you got the concept, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I think this problem you can solve easily, solving from B frame. So you will stand on B and then you'll know S equal to U plus AT. Okay. So next problem, a car traveling at 60 kilometers per hour overtakes another car traveling at 42 kilometers per hour. Here also you see carefully which car is drawn behind.
The faster one.
The
A,
fast,
60 kilometers per
60
hour.
kilometers per hour. Okay. Now each car length is same. Okay, 5 meters. Find the time taken for overtaking. So what we should do? Stand on
B.
and then find out the distance traveled. Distance traveled will be what? 5 plus 5, 10. Correct?
Yes.
5
Yes,
plus
sir.
5. 5 plus 5, 10.
10.
So 10 is equal to velocity of A with respect to B. I think now you are familiar with these what you call values. Correct? Means how to find out it all. So time T
Yes, sir.
equal to 2 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Next, second part is very important in this question only. Okay, that is second part of the question is the total road distance for overtaking by the first car. Okay, how much the road distance they're asking. Okay, this is very important. Just listen here. Okay, now road distance means you have to stand on the ground. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now when you stand on the ground, both cars are moving. Correct? Okay. Now on the screen you see carefully, okay, first initial position, this is the initial position, okay, where B is front and A is behind. Now when you stand on ground, you will observe B also moving, A also moving. And when do you say standing on ground only, overtaking has happened when A has what you call fully overtaken B, correct or not? This final position, okay. Now the total road distance means by the yellow car means from this green line to the engine of what you call yellow car to the from the initial position to the final position. the distance of the engine from the initial position to the final position. Okay. Now, what is the distance between green line to green line? Tell me, what is the distance between green line to green line? What is the distance between green line to green line? How much time it takes for overtaking? Just now we got
2 seconds.
2 seconds. So that means this 2 seconds is the time taken in the time is same in ground frame as well as actually we got time from B frame. But as I told you, the time is same in B frame or A frame or ground frame. Same, okay, same value. Time is same.
Yes.
So now what is the distance traveled by B? Car B. Car B is having how much speed? Car B is
42
having.
kilometers per hour.
Car B is having. Sorry, car B is 35 by 3. Car A is how much? Car A is how much?
50 by 3.
60 kilometers per hour.
Correct. So now during this time overtaking, how much the distance traveled by yellow car? S equal to UT. U is 50 by 3 into T. That is how much? 33.3.
3.
Okay. You understood? Okay.
Yes.
The yellow car.
Yes, sir.
Don't see the red car. See the yellow car because they are asking what the road distance traveled by
A car.
A car. So therefore, now during the overtake, that means what? Yellow to yellow. Sorry, green line to green line. Okay. How much distance it has covered? S equal to UT. U is 50 by 3, its own velocity into time. That is 33.3.
33.3.
But this is not the answer. Why? Because engine has covered still some more distance. Na? What is the distance?
5, sir.
So total
38.3, sir.
Correct. 38.3. Understood? Okay. So this is very, very important. Okay. So anyway, so like this, this is entirely about what? This is entirely
Constant velocity.
Constant velocity in one dimension. Okay. This is lecture number 11. Na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hope you understood.
Yes, sir.
Interesting or not?
Yes, sir.
Very interesting, sir.
Very interesting.
Very interesting, sir.
Next one. So that completes what you call first model. That is what you call trains crossing each other. Okay. Now next model in constant velocity is Riverman problems. This has got both one dimension as well as two dimensions. Okay. So one dimension is here like this, upstream and downstream. Two dimension is crossing the river in shortest time and crossing the river in shortest path. Okay. So now upstream and downstream, I think you are familiar, correct? What is meant by upstream?
Sir, in the opposite direction of the river.
Correct. The opposite direction. And downstream means?
Same direction of the stream, sir.
Same direction of the stream. In which stream you will go fast?
Downstream, sir.
Correct. Okay. So downstream you will go fast. Okay. Now here in our physics, there are different names. We also call stream as river or currents. Okay. Stream, river, current, both are same. All three of them represent the same thing. Okay. And here I showed one animation. You can see in which direction it will go fast. No, I think this is a two dimension. No? One dimension, I think I didn't show. Okay, one dimension I'll show afterwards. Okay, that is two dimension. Okay. Okay, here we had to know about what you called certain terms. There are three terms which are very, very important. Okay, I'll explain those three terms. Okay, the first and foremost term is okay, river velocity. Okay, river velocity. They'll give you in the problem as the river velocity is 2 kilometers per hour or 2 meters per second. Okay, so whenever river velocity is given, we should always take it with respect to ground. Okay, this is the first and foremost standard notation. Just like until now we have seen velocities of cars. Okay, they say velocity of car is 2 meters per second. So what is the given velocity? How we take given velocity? Given velocity is always taken with respect to What?
Ground, sir.
Ground. So here also for river velocity only, we should always take with respect to ground.
Sir.
So here, that's why I wrote velocity of river with respect to ground is 2 meters per second. Okay. And now in these problems, they'll also give us the man's velocity. Okay, man's velocity. And whenever they give man's velocity, we should not take with respect to ground. Please remember. Okay, although it is a given velocity, you should not get confused, because just now I told that all the given velocity should be taken with respect to ground. Yes, that is true for river only. Okay, in this river man problems, that is true only for river. As far as man is considered, the given velocity of man should not be taken with respect to ground. Rather, it should be taken with respect to river. Okay, please understand this one. Okay, so given speed of man is always with respect to what?
River, sir.
River. Okay, make it as a point. Okay, so velocity of, so let us say man, in the problem they told that river velocity is 2 meters per second and man's velocity is 5 meters per second. So we should take that man's velocity as velocity of man with respect to river is 5. Okay, so basically it is nothing but his own effort. I'll explain afterwards what is meant by this own effort and all. Okay. And now they'll ask us to find out what is the velocity of man with respect to ground. Okay, they'll ask us to find out what is the velocity of man with respect to ground. So how should we find out this one is, we know according to relative motion concept, what is the velocity of man with respect to river? Just like what is the velocity of A with respect to B? Velocity of A minus velocity of B. Same way, what is the velocity of man with respect to river? Velocity of man minus velocity of river. And when we don't write anything here in the subscript, what does it mean? When we don't write here subscript, what does it mean?
Sir, generally it is ground, but
Correct.
here it is with respect to river.
No. Here also it is with
the man, sir.
No. Here also it is with respect to ground. Please, no. This is formula. Understand?
Okay, sir.
Velocity of man
With respect to ground.
With respect to ground.
Ground.
Are you understanding? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please be careful. Just like when we write velocity of A with respect to B, we write as what? Velocity of A minus
velocity of B.
Here when we don't
With respect to ground, sir.
So sometimes we also write as velocity of A minus velocity of B. Okay. Now same way when you write velocity of man with respect to river, what does it mean? Now what is the formula?
Velocity of man minus velocity of river.
So it is means with respect to
ground.
Or in simple we'll say it as
velocity of man minus velocity of river.
minus velocity of river.
Okay, we should understand these two are same. Understood?
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Only thing is people are lazy, so therefore they don't write this one. Are you understanding? In the textbooks,
yes.
People are lazy, so they don't write this one. Okay, so therefore they write this only. Okay, okay. So now if I write, okay, now I'm taking this equation only, this equation. So velocity of man with respect to ground is equal to, now I want this quantity. So I should send this one to this side. So that means velocity of man with respect to river plus velocity of river with respect to ground. Are you understanding this equation?
Yes, sir.
So here basically I got this one, I wrote this one, I brought it to left hand side. So if I bring this one to left hand side, this will go to what you call right hand side. That means velocity of man with respect to ground is equal to velocity of man with respect to river plus velocity of river with respect to ground. Are you understanding? Is it clear? Or shall I tell once again? No, I can tell if you want. But you should not have any doubt afterwards. Shall I tell once again? Hello?
Clear, sir.
Okay. For others, Anushka?
It's clear, sir.
Clear,
Anushka?
sir.
Clear, na? Okay. So now actually this this you can easily understand it by normal way also. I'll explain it. See here. For example, let us say this is a river. Now, let us say river is water is not flowing. That means velocity of river is what? What is the velocity of river? If
0.
water is not flowing, velocity of river is 0. Okay. Now, suppose let us say a person tries to swim here with 5 meters per second. Okay. Is he swimming because of his own effort, or river is also pushing right now?
Own effort.
Only
Own
his
effort,
effort.
sir.
Correct.
Only his efforts, sir.
Correct. That is what we call it as velocity of man with respect to
River.
River.
which is with only his effort.
His effort.
Now same thing. Okay. Now same situation. Now this is the water. Now let us say water is flowing. That means river is flowing. The velocity of river is 2 meters per second. Okay. That means there is a river velocity. Okay. Now there is a man who is swimming with 5 meters per second. Okay. Now
7.
when you stand on ground and observe, with what speed he will go?
7
meter per second.
7 meter per
7.
second. Velocity of man with respect to ground. How we got 7? Can you tell me?
Sir,
Because-
you'll add up both of their velocities because
So basically
Both
you
of them are
added
moving.
basically you added his own effort plus
reverse velocity.
reverse velocity.
River, sir. Velocity of the river.
Correct. So this 5 is nothing but his own effort. Now, what is his own effort? Velocity of man with respect to
With respect to
River.
what is this 2?
Reverse velocity with respect to
river, sir.
ground.
Respect to
Velocity of the
ground.
river.
Which is equal to
Velocity of the
7.
man.
with respect to ground.
Ground.
This equation and this equation are same or different?
Same, sir.
Same, sir.
Same. Okay, have understood it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here these 3 terms are very important. What are these 3 terms? Everybody should say. All 3 members should say, because that much important is there. First case, tell me. What are these 3 terms?
Sir, one is, sir, specifically.
Now you tell each one. Velocity of man with respect VMR means velocity of man with respect to like
Okay,
that.
okay, sir. So v of m with respect to g is velocity of man with respect to ground. M with respect to r is velocity of man with respect to river, and r with respect to g is velocity of river with respect to ground.
Right. Out of these 3 values, which will be given?
Velocity
Sir,
of man
the
with
river
respect to river.
And velocity of river with respect to ground.
Ground.
These two values will be given generally, and then we will be asked to find out
velocity of
Velocity of man with respect to ground.
Velocity of the man
Ground.
with respect to
Okay, Anushka, now you tell me.
Yes, sir. Sir, velocity of man with respect to ground and velocity of man with respect to river and velocity of river
Which will be given?
with respect.
Velocity of man with respect to river and velocity of river with respect to ground will be given. Okay.
Velocity of man with respect to river and velocity.
Correct. And remember also that velocity of man with respect to river is called his own effort. Okay. And velocity of river with respect to ground is reverse effort. Okay. Please remember. Okay. Bhavya Yashasvi, tell me.
So velocity of man with respect to ground is equal to velocity of man with respect to river plus velocity of man. Velocity of river with respect to ground, sir.
Correct.
So in that velocity of man with respect to river will be given, and velocity of river with respect to ground will be given. We need to find velocity of the man with respect to ground.
Correct. Very good. Okay. So these 3 quantities, if you can understand, remaining all models also will be same. Okay. Once you understand this one, I don't have to teach the remaining two models, aeroplane wind problems and rain umbrella problems. They are also same equation. Velocity of suppose aeroplane with respect to ground is equal to velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind plus velocity of wind with respect to ground. That's all. Simple. That's all. Okay. That's why I'm emphasizing more and more here. You should understand these terms. Okay. So anyway, here this one I told. Okay. Here also you can see that. Okay. Here you can see now river, right now river is flowing right side. Okay. Boat are man. Man is also flowing right side. Okay. So net velocity will be velocity of man with respect to river plus velocity of river with respect to ground. Okay. But suppose if river is flowing opposite side, then it is minus. Okay. Anyway, right now time is 12 o'clock. Okay. I hope you understood these three terms. Correct now? Okay. If you understood these three terms, okay. Here also you can see same expression. Once you understand this riverman problem, velocity of man with respect to ground is equal to velocity of man with respect to river plus velocity of river with respect. Same way, velocity of aeroplane with respect to wind. Same way, rain umbrella also. Velocity of umbrella with respect to ground is equal to velocity of umbrella with respect to river plus velocity of river with respect to ground. In general, if you have in general also we can always write like this: velocity of p with respect to ground equal to velocity of p with respect to x plus velocity of x with respect to ground. Okay, where x is what you call just like river or like that. Okay. Okay. Here I wrote some important points. Given river velocity should always be taken with respect to ground. Given man's velocity should always be taken with respect to river. Okay. And here this green color point is very important. Any body which is moving with some velocity on another moving body should always be taken with respect to that moving body. Okay, so this I'll explain. This is very important phenomena where when a body is moving on another moving body. Okay, here right now bus is moving and man is also moving. How to take? Of course, bus is at rest here, but there is one more case where bus is also moving. Okay. So anyway, I think time is 12:02. Okay, still how more videos are left?
2 more, sir.
2 more, 13 and 14. Okay, so 13th one is same as what I explained. Only thing is problems. I think you can easily do these problems. Okay. Next 14th one is actually river crossing, what you call man crossing the river, basically. This is very interesting topic actually. This one. Did you watch? Did anyone of you watch these videos? Did anyone of you watch these videos?
Sir, not the last one.
That's it, the last one. Okay, no problem. Okay, so Monday's class. Okay, I want you to what you call watch these two videos and come. Which one? 12 and 13. 12 and 13.
Okay, sir.
14th I'll explain. 12 and 13 are easy only. Okay, but still you watch and come. I'll explain maybe for 15 minutes. Okay, 12 and 13, very important. Okay, only one important point is there. That important point is that one. Okay, the green color one. Sorry, not this. This one, this point. Okay, this point is very important. The green color which I wrote, no point. Any body which is moving with some velocity on another moving body should always be taken with respect to that moving body. That means the velocity of that moving body should be taken with respect to here. Okay, just like here we take when the man is swimming in the river, we take that man's velocity as with respect to river. Correct or not? Okay, so same way.
Yes, sir.
we should also take like that. I'll take one example in the next class. That is, I think video number lecture number 13. Okay, please carefully listen to this 13th lecture. Very important from here. Please understand this one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
For 15 to 20 minutes, I'll explain this one, this point, and then I'll go to 14th lecture and then I'll start. Okay. Any doubts? Any doubts based on today's class?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Kayashasri,
No, sir.
Bhavyashasri.
No, sir.
Okay. So by on Monday, you should come watching lecture number 13. Okay, very attentively. Okay. And then lecture 14 I'll start explaining, and then we'll go from there onwards. I'll start naming the lectures, lecture 15, 16, 17, like that. Okay. So once we finish, these are all relative motion under one dimension. Then we'll go after that relative motion under two dimension. So mostly next week I'll finish relative motion under two dimension if possible. Okay. So that we'll have in exam. Of course, in exam I'll give only relative motion in one dimension. Okay. Relative motion in two dimensions I may not include because I'm covering next week only, and immediately you have exam, so it's very difficult. So relative motion under one dimension, that means these until now whatever I have covered and Riverman problems. Okay. So thank you all very much. Okay, we'll meet on
Thank you, sir.
Monday. Okay, same time, or do you want any change in time? Same time, do you all?
Sir, same time, sir.
Same time, Bhavyashasri. Kayashasri?
Sir, same time. Anytime is convenient, sir.
Okay, for you anytime. Anushka?
Sir, same anytime.
Anytime. Okay. Same anytime. What? Same anytime. Okay.
Sir, I went. This one is also good. If you conduct any other time also, it's fine.
Okay. Because
Yes, sir. Same thing.
Okay. Jayashree is
Same,
telling
sir.
that. Jayashree is telling that she is having some problem with what you call 11 o'clock because his father is not there or something. She told me, so that's why she's not able to attend. So for her sake, maybe we had to change our afternoon. How it will be? Afternoon,
Sir,
it's very.
I'm fine with the afternoon, but if it is too close to 5 o'clock, zoology.
5 o'clock you want?
No, sir. In between these timings, we have our exam. Either of these, 5 or 6. So it should be before that or
Before,
after.
before 5, before 5 or after 6? Okay.
Yes.
No, 4 to 5 I have class for IIT. So maybe in that case before. Anyway, first I'll request Jayashree to have what you call time between 11 to 12 only, so that for everybody it is, for me also 11 to 12 is okay. Okay. But only she has problem. I'll request her if she can adjust. It's okay. If she's not able to adjust, then we may have to change time. But anyway, I'll send the link for the next week. Okay. Tomorrow I'll send the link. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Right now,
Okay, sir.
just assume that Monday we are meeting at 11 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.